Henry. Henry.
Ladies and gentlemen, now please rise for the Singapore National Anthem. Athletes, please be seated too. Okay, good morning ladies and gentlemen, VIPs from various countries, athletes and officials. Welcome to the 5th World Youth Tchoukball Championships 2019. Before we begin, we would like to thank our official partners, Next Vector, Taiwan Sports and Afternoon Group, and of course, for second year running, our official drink 100 Plus. And once again, before we start, I'd like to introduce our guest of honor, Ms. Juliana Xiao, Chef de Mission, Southeast Asia Games 2019, Singapore National Olympic Council. Everybody give her a round of applause. And next, we have the President of the International Tchoukball Federation, Dr. Fang Shen-Su. Next, we have the Vice President of FITV, Mr. Chris Huang. Next, we have President for the Asia Pacific Tchoukball Federation, Dr. George Koh. And finally, we have the President for the Tchoukball Association of Singapore, Mr. Delane Lin. Now, let us invite the President of the Tchoukball Association of Singapore, Mr. Delane Lin, to share a few opening words. Mr. Lin, please.
Okay, good afternoon. I think we can all do better than this. Let's try this again. Good afternoon. First and foremost, welcome to Singapore for friends from all over the world, and welcome to the 5th World Youth Tchoukball Championships. Chef de Mission for SEA Games 2019 as well as Council Member of the Singapore National Olympic Council, Dr. Fang, President of the FITB, as well as Mr. Huang, Vice President of the FITB, and we have Mr. George Chow, which is the President of the Asia Pacific Tchoukball Federation, and also Mr. Chris Huang, the Secretary General for the Asia Pacific Tchoukball Federation. Now let's give them a round of applause for flying all the way here to support the game. Now as MC mentioned, the 5th World Youth Tchoukball Championship couldn't be made possible with the support of the partners locally. We have 100 Plus, we have Next Factor, the Afternoon Group, Food Talks, what else we have? We have Next Factor, and all the goodie bags that you have received. This wouldn't be made possible with the support of this sponsor. So let's give this sponsor a round of applause. Over the last 24 hours, we have hosted you, and I know that many countries have come to us to congratulate us for winning the bid of this championship. And I must share with you that this is a very valuable experience for Singapore. Last year, we hosted the 8th Asia Pacific Tchoukball Championship, and just a cycle ago, we have hosted the 4th World Youth Championship. And a lot of countries came to us and said that no, Singapore is a country that they would love to go. And somehow or other, we do have some expectations. And some expectations that we have would include things like logistic arrangement, food arrangement, playing field, as well as even your accommodation. I must first apologize to all my foreign friends, all my foreign delegates, that we have fall short of our expectation. We want to sincerely apologize to every one of you. Because at the end of the day, I think the organizers, the FITB, the Asia Pacific, are really trying our best to make this event really a milestone for Tchoukball. And I hope that every one of us here today, as we are part of this 5th Youth Championship, I want you to remember that this is an experience of a lifetime. And a lot of us here will probably be the first time coming to Singapore, and some of you here may be the first time competing in a skill like this. Some of you are panicking on when you are playing in the field. That is part and parcel of growing up as an athlete. And many of us here, eventually in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time, you will be also representing your country to be a national senior player representing your country in World Championship in the next cycle or the next 2 cycles. So I want you to first remember that while this is a championship, but I want you to remember that this is also a time for us to gain our experience as a player, gain experience as not just as a player, but also to build meaningful friendship, regardless of which culture, which race, which nationality. We are all friends together. While we are opponents in the field, we are friends outside the field. So I hope that this championship not just level up your skills, but more importantly, is an experience for you to build friendship without borders. And more importantly, using sports as a common language to unite the different people together. And I hope that whatever results that is going to surface in this championship, at the end of the day, we must win with honor and we must lose with pride. With that, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. Now let us invite the President of the International Tchoukball Federation, Dr. Fang, to share a few words.
Thank you. 新加坡奥林匹克委员会的会领。然后我们新加坡 Tchoukball 总会的会长李丽，还有我们 FITB 的副会长黄校长，我们亚洲太平洋巧克力总会的周会长，还有我们 FITB 的荣誉主席黄会长，还有我们来自台湾桃园的蔡议员，以及所有的好朋友，所有的领队教练，大家好。Hello everyone. I'm FITB President Fang. I'm very happy to Singapore Joy WYTC Tchoukball Champion， 看到所有的青少年的球员来到新加坡比赛，表示出我们的巧固球非常有希望。我也在这边跟各位讲，其实我也是一位巧固球员，从小我担任球员，担任教练，一直到现在担任国际总会的会长，来服务大家。相信巧固球的未来是非常棒的，也期待我们所有的球员在这边好好享受这一次的比赛。我们也预祝大会圆满成功，所有人在这边留下很棒的回忆。谢谢。
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Evan from Malaysia, and I'm translating on behalf of the President. Dear Tchoukball partners and players, it's my pleasure to be giving this welcome speech and be here with you in Singapore for the World Tchoukball Championship 2019. It's heartening to see our players representing the different continents and countries in this competition. We need to thank Singapore for conducting this event, giving us opportunity to play in this great venue. Also, every referees, volunteers, and sponsors that are assisting with the event. On the common ground of tchoukball, we can forge friendship, play and compete to our heart content. I'm also a player, I become a coach, and now I'm the president. I know that tchoukball is good at educational, and all of you are the future of tchoukball. As the president, we will help every country to promote and grow tchoukball. I sincerely hope that everyone strives for excellence and use this opportunity to create great memories. Last but not least, I wish that all you will have a smooth and successful competition. Thank you.
Now let us invite our guest of honor, Ms. Juliana Xiao, together with Mr. Chris Huang, Mr. George Cho, and Mr. Lim to come up for the officiating portion. Okay, on my count of 3. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Round of applause, everybody. Revealing the WYTC 19 hashtag. Now, one last thing to do. Let's invite our guest of honor, Ms. Xiao, to declare the game open with the sound of the horn. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat. You see in front of you preparing is a special troop. And let's all put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce the opening performance for Singapore's Teng Yen Dragon and Lion Dance Association.